What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Today's video is going to be on the SH Figuarts Kamen Rider Vulcan from Kamen Rider 01. So as you guys can see, this is the packaging right here. You have a nice compact box. These are more of the newer style SHF boxes, which I absolutely love. They minimize on the storage space, but maximize on what they're able to give you. So again, you do get look of the character himself right there. On the side, you get, a product shot of the figure. On the side, you just get Kamen Rider Vulcan shooting wolf. And then, of course, on the back, you do get, again, more product shots of the figure, as well as, some of the other stuff he comes with. So, enough about that. Let's get into it. Alright, YouTube, and this is how the figure looks outside the packaging. So you guys can see right here. This is Kamen Rider Vulcan in all his glory. I gotta say, Fua is probably one of my, he's in my top 5 for favorite secondary riders. When it comes to Kamen Rider, I'm more of a fan of the secondary riders as opposed to the main riders himself. So he's definitely up there. I just loved everything about like his backstory and how his motivation to kind of defeat the Human Gears was more so based on like revenge and trauma that he had. It was definitely nice, kind of take in comparison to Haruto, who was more or less like, he was saved by Human Gear, so his life is, more so indebted to Human Gear. So you got those two different aspects, and you kind of see how, like, although they have two different viewpoints, they still have a kind of similar goal-ish, right? More or less, kind of, sort of. But later on, just to kind of give you a little bit of spoilers, if you guys haven't seen it, you can check it out on Tubi. It's free. I hate how they kind of retconned it, where like basically the daybreak didn't exactly happen. It was just made up, some bullshit like that. I thought that really sucked, and that really took away from the character motivation of it, and he just became like, a character who wanted to, his goal became dream, because the name of the show was Dreams, was to become a Kamen Rider. And I was like, that's kind of sucky, you know what I mean? Like, it would have been cool to see his growth throughout the show, like, him starting to hate Human Gears, and then through his experiences, maybe he, from hanging out with Naruto, he ended up learning to, get to the end of the point where, like, okay, Human Gears aren't so bad, I can, now defend them with my life, as opposed to dedicating my life to destroying them. So something like that would have been cool, but nonetheless, whatever, that's cool. It is what it is. I'm not a writer for the show, but just my 2 cents. Getting back into it, so of course you do get, this is how he looks. Let's get into the accessories. I will say he does come with a bunch of accessories, which is really nice. Again, with that small packaging, you do get quite a bit packed in. So you do get 2 fisted hands. This is probably a terrible look at it. There you go, 2 fisted hands. And you do get 2 grippy trigger hands. I think these are trigger hands. Yeah, these are more like kind of like trigger finger hands, more like grabby hands. I don't know. Honestly, all of these hands, they kind of look like trigger finger hands in a way, so I really can't tell you. Then you do get a open, I would say this is like an open palm hand, like a grabby hand, if you will. It kind of still has like a trigger, Kamen Rider Vulcan's all about shooting shit. And then, of course, you do get another pointy hand. I think this is to mimic this hand, as you guys can see. So yeah, these are the alternative hands for both of the hands that I have on them. This is like a open, relaxed hand, and this is another gun holding hand. All right, and then interestingly enough, he also does come with another, like, I don't know what you would call this hand, like a posing hand of some sort. I think this could be to simulate something, I don't know. He never really used this in the show. He's really just about shooting stuff. So all in all, it's cool that he has a bunch of different accessories. He may not use them all, but that's still cool. And then he does come with the Itachi shotgun, which is super dope. Very, very cool. I like that little gold hint on it too. And he is also supposed to come with the Itachi briefcase saber. I can't remember what it's called. Suitcase saber, Itachi saber, whatever. That's supposed to come with 01, but I did get this loose from Rakari, so he did not come with that, which is fine because I don't even have a 01 to begin with, so I am a-okay with that. But getting into the figure himself, now for me personally, I love characters that have symmetrical designs. When it comes to characters I don't, I'm very picky, to say the very least. So the fact that I like this character so much really kind of just is attributed to the cool design. Of course, you know, who doesn't love a wolf? That's pretty cool. And then the blue and white really does pop. And of course, just, you know, Fuwa being such a badass himself definitely helps. You know, he's the jailbreaker of Progrise keys, so that's cool. And then I like this belt design too. Very, very cool. You know, we've seen riders with like guns as their henshin device, but this one is actually like a belt as well, so that's a nice interesting touch. I mean, it's nothing like out of the ordinary, but definitely cool. Very, very nice. Love that color scheme too. It definitely goes with Fuwa too, being that it's blue. And then if you guys can notice in the light, you know, that the color just really pops. This metallic blue is definitely vibrant, and I love it. So yeah, getting into the articulation, he does have nice articulation going up. Same thing on the other side. He does have a bicep swivel, which is pretty cool. Double jointed elbow. Then of course he does have the standard hinge, which is cool. Same thing on this arm. For the articulation going back, he can't really go back that far. I mean, with the assistance of the waist joint, yes he can, but in the actual torso itself, not really. Same thing for the front. He probably goes a little bit more forward than he does backward. Based on that. And then of course for the head articulation, does have a nice ball joint. Goes up, down, side to side, a lot of tilt, so you get a lot of expression. For the legs, he does have, of course, up, down, out to the side, very nice. Thigh swivel, double jointed knee, again up, down. Ankle pivot, I would say the ankle pivot's not that great. You know, it's kind of, at least a lot to be desired. And then he does have the toe hinge, but I guess, you know, given the fact that he's not really doing much in terms of like kicks anyways, he's more so just, like I said, shooting stuff up, then that's completely fine. But yeah, this character is just super dope. He's, like I said, one of my favorite secondary characters so far, especially when it comes to like the new like the Reiwa era secondary riders. He's definitely up there. I would say that Hanto from Kamen Rider Gav currently he's getting up there too. He's a pretty dope character. I like his backstory too, so you know, I'm excited to, you know, to see them unveil a Kamen Rider Balin, but not to get into the way of Vulcan's shine. Very, very cool. I definitely love this figure. Again, like I did mention, I was able to get him on Mercari for a great deal. I was able to get him for 30 bucks. I've had a love-hate relationship with this figure, and I think a lot of figures in general. I'm like backtracking to get some of these that I recently had and ended up selling, but this one's definitely taken the collection. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching. Take care. Peace.